to you live from Westerville North High School on neutral grounds as Centerburg is taking on Cardington in the district semifinals. Both teams with so much on the line tonight, but for one of them, it will come to an end. Join us for the Knox Community Hospital pregame show. I've got Tim Macekyo with me. Join us next.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
We own 42 acres. I love open farmland. But I know that Mount Vernon's ready to change. I think our country is ready for more electricity.
And they're furnishing the bill. And plus they're paying us to do it.
The county's going to get some funds, fire departments, into the school system.
We'd be making a mistake if we don't take advantage of this.
So it's a win-win for Mount Vernon.
Bryce with the OH.REPORT, and we are coming to you live from Westerville North High School as Centerburg is taking on the Cardington Pirates right here. This is familiar territory to us at the OH.REPORT, covering OCC basketball all season long, but these teams are also very familiar to us, but traveling to us. So let's take a look at the Knox Community Hospital pregame show. I'm Bryce Coder, joined on color commentary by Tim Macekyo. How you doing, Tim?
Good to be here. I'm looking forward to this one.
As am I. Let's go ahead and take a look at some team spotlights. First and foremost, we're going to take a look at Cardington this season. They have 44 team points per game, 37% field goal, and 25% three-point field goal percentage, 32 team rebounds above average, and 13.2 team steals per game, and really been competitive this season.
Yeah, you know, the thing about this team is the very last game in the tournament here, they played their best game of the season, but they also have had a lot of games this season where they have 20-plus turnovers, and so we'll see how this game plays out. But right now, they're playing very good basketball.
Now let's take a look at the player spotlight for Cardington, and it's Abigail Hardwick. This season, she has 10.7 points per game, 5.7 rebounds per game, and 2.5 steals per game. She's been the leader for this squad.
Yeah, Abby kind of makes this team go in transition. Like with her getting the ball in her hands, she sees the floor well. She's going to push the tempo, and she's probably the best floor general for them as far as getting the ball into her hands, and good things can happen.
Now let's take a look at Cardington's keys to victory. Of course, they need to force quick decisions. We saw in the sectional final game that the Centerburg team is susceptible to making mistakes under pressure, and they've got to sustain this energy throughout the entire game. This is a tough, strong team that they're going up against. They've got to bring the energy.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Kevin Fitzpatrick, and he mentioned that the keys, in his opinion, were low, keep those turnovers low and hit the boards. And so they're going to have to do that, because if they have a lot of turnovers against this Centerburg team, they're going to be in for a long night.
Now, let's take a look at Centerburg Trojans. Pause for the national anthem. I'm sorry. Done. Now let's take a look at the key victories this season for Centerburg. On January 20th, they beat Cardington, and also on the 26th, later on in the season, last game in the tournament, in the sectional finals, they beat Worthington Christian. But after winning the series, you'd think that they would feel like they have the upper hand in this one, you think? Yeah,
you know, both of those games were very competitive. But again, the Centerburg defense can be suffocating. That 1-3-1 that Coach Bill Abner runs, I'm a big fan of that, always have been. And Cardington did not handle it well the first time. So I know they've been working on it. The question is, can they handle it tonight? If not, Centerburg's going to get out some points.
Question is pressure. Let's take a look at our player spotlight for Centerburg, and it's Kiara Shepard. And Shepard this season with 10.7 points per game, 4.1 rebounds per game, and 2.9 steals per game. She's been electric. Of course, all the focus on Larimore this season in that offense, but she's a major contributor as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. People don't realize it's a 1-2 punch with Larimore and Shepard. I mean, you've got to key on one, then the other one steps forward, and it's a very difficult thing for teams to handle. And Shepard does a great job of filling that second spot and sometimes taking over stretches of the game. And Centerburg's going to need that tonight.
Now let's take a look at the keys to victory for Centerburg. They need even distribution. They're so good at it. Everybody scores. Everybody gets their hands on the ball, and they distribute the ball to anyone who's open. No selfishness on that team, and they want to complete the second chances. They're so good at getting offensive rebounds and battling inside, but really making those second chances count, getting your extra baskets.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we talked about Cardington's keys were hitting those boards, and lowering their turnovers. Well, on the flip side, Centerburg, it's about creating those turnovers, forcing those turnovers, turning into some transition points, and also protecting that glass, because the 1-3-1 is susceptible to some second chance opportunities with rebounds. So if they can handle the things that Cardington wants to do, that's going to determine how this game plays out.
So great points there. Knox Community Hospital pregame show. We're getting a look now at the starting lineups for both squads. Currently calling Cardington this season. They are 18-5 and 9-3 in the KMAC. Finished tied for second there. I'm sorry, 15-9, 8-4 for Cardington. They finished second in the KMAC, and Centerburg finishing 18-5, but 9-3 in the KMAC, winning it outright.
Yeah, Cardington won it for that stretch early on in the KMAC form. They won it all those years, had all those great players come through. Then last year, Mount Gilead got the league title, and this year Centerburg comes in and wins the league title. So it's really exciting to see these other teams that will step up and have their moment.
Now let's take a look at the tournament brackets from here. And the winner of this game is going to go on to the district title, which we know, and that's going to be the winner between Afrocentric and West Jefferson. The site has been announced for that one. That's at Capital University. Yep. And that should be a good game no matter who's in the district championship coming out of this one.
Yeah, Afrocentric, I got to tell you a story real quick. First year I coached, I went to Fredericktown to coach, had a 2-19 team. We had to play Afrocentric. They're ranked #1 in the state, and it was just not fun as a coach. That team has been phenomenal for years, and so whoever wins this game is probably going to face them. I imagine they will come out of there, and then that's a huge challenge for whoever moves on.
And a bit of a surprise kind of out of that bracket. West Jefferson, the number 17 seed, they're going to be playing Afrocentric, so maybe some upset hopes for them tonight?
Yeah, you can always hope, right?
Right. All right, now coming back to things, we're getting ready to play basketball. First quarter action right here on the OH Report. We are underway.
Yeah, it looks like Cardington started off a little man-to-man action. They're going to mix up. They'll play a little zone too, but right now they're definitely matching up man. And so I'd imagine that Centerburg's going to look for an opportunity inside right out of the gate if they can get it. Nice strong move there.
Rebounding battle down low, and at the sectional final game when we were covering Centerburg, a whole bunch of those.
Now Centerburg's actually extending that 1-3-1 a little farther up court. They kind of shocked Cardington actually. I don't know if they were prepared for that, so that's a really good coaching move.
And at this point in the tournament, as a coach, are you looking to try those new things? Are you looking to mix things up a little bit? Or are you just trying to do the tried and true what got you there?
You're sticking to who you truly are, but extend that a little bit. It's not really changing anything. It's just just enough to make the other team have to adjust. And it works here early on, a little bit of pressure, and we get another tied up ball there and another change of possession. So both teams got to kind of settle in here. It's early. They're just, going to have to take a few minutes to kind of figure out what they're going to do as far as their game plan goes.
It's always the interesting part of these tournaments when two good teams play each other. There's like a period where they're feeling each other out, trying to figure out what each other is about. Driving all the way inside. Larimore can't get it.
And there's the other thing, too. Cardington's got to watch Kennedy Glenn on the perimeter. A great outside shooter, and she can hurt you. Nice cut there. Beautiful bucket.
Evie Stowe picking up that one, the first field goal of the game. And to travel, so early turnover for Cardington.
So this is the fear if you're a Cardington fan, because last time they got a little nervous playing against that pressure, and they turned the ball over a lot. And if Centerburg can make that happen, it's going to create some major issues for Cardington tonight.
Getting a little look at that set offense there. Kind of a give-and-go idea there.
Yeah, it was a nice give-and-go action. Lost the handle, but stays Centerburg ball.
And a quick steal give Kinston Hinthorn the credit.
Oh, then Maggie just misses that layup there. Opportunity for them to really get on the board. Another turnover. We're having like a lot of, like I kind of said this at the beginning, that we're going to have to settle down and kind of figure out, get in the flow of the game. Both teams are probably a little bit nervous, but as things go on, they'll settle down and figure it out.
Good job trying to lurk that passing lane, but not able to get there in time.
Abby Harwood from the corner there hitting that three, and they're going to need that. And she's more than capable of hitting those outside shots. She just doesn't shoot a lot from out there, but she definitely has a nice shot.
Now Larimore drills the three.
Kayla's done this all year. If you can do it, I can do it too, she says, and she does. That's what you love about that kid.
Our MVP player of the game last time we covered Centerburg, and great kid, great head on her shoulders, had a lot of great insight and perspective.
Nice pressure there on the, Kinston Hinthorn there in that shot in that corner. She had, I think 5 threes last game or something along those lines. She was really hot, so I'm sure Centerburg wants to key on her when she gets the ball on the perimeter.
Maggie Halliburton sends it into the corner. Another jump ball.
Yeah, I've had quite a few of those to start the game here. Now, if you notice what Cardington's looking for there, the 1-3-1, and this happens, they're overextending a little bit. The backside is open, and they've been looking for it. They just haven't made that pass yet. So, Centerburg will have to watch for that.
Right into the corner, pick and pop.
Same spot, same shot for Abby. It was a good look, though, right there. Good ball movement, good passing, and we set up and got a nice look shot. I just lost a handle there, and she had an opportunity to make a play. Now, here's the one thing about the 1-3-1 that you don't want to happen is what we just saw there, which Cardington was making direct passes around it very easily. The whole idea is to make the slow passes. They can move around the perimeter that quick. They're going to get good looks like Hardwick's had twice in the corner already.
I love saying it, but that skip pass can be so effective. I mean, the ball moves faster than the player, right? If you can effectively get that skip pass, a lot of times you open yourself up a lot of lanes just by the defense trying to catch up.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what every zone wants to do, is slow the passing down. If you allow them to move the ball around quickly, the zone's not going to be as effective.
And Kinley Farrell playing on limited minutes last game, was 50-50 with an ankle injury, but
yeah, she hurt that on senior night, and it's good to see that she got back on the court for the tournament. Cardington's actually sitting in their version of a 1-3-1. It's a little more compact, a little more flat. They don't take a lot of chances like Centerburg does, but that's what they're sitting in right now as well. So we're both seeing both teams run a little bit of a 1-3-1.
Now Larimore tries another one, but can't get it. Offensive rebound and the first foul of the evening.
Yeah, that was just really good second chance effort there. Like, hit the board hard, fought hard, and manages to draw the foul.
Kennedy Glenn will go to the line for two. Can't get the first. Gets the second. So all tied up here in the first quarter. Drawing the double team. Active hands by Farrell. Gets the steal, but throws it away. Cardington back in possession.
Yeah, that's what the zone wants to do. Create those turnovers, but, you can't be throwing the ball right back to the other team, of course. Great defense by Farrell there. I mean, she's really hustling and really putting the hands up and getting active, and that's what you want to see out of her. Great job.
There's that skip pass. She thought about the shot, but just a bit too far out. Another 3 ball from Henthorne. Can't get it. Now the Trojans with pace.
Yeah, Kayla's going to take another 3. She wanted that from the get-go. She came down in rhythm, was just, give me the ball, I'm ready. She was confident with that one. Now look for me to be really aggressive here after that.
And now a travel. So another turnover here. That's 4 for Cardington in the first quarter.
Yeah, we talked about this. They're going to have to limit the turnovers to stay in this. That's the key. If they can do that, they got a great chance to win this game. But we can't have all these turnovers over and over and over. Luckily for them, though, Centerburg turned the ball over quite a bit early on as well.
Centerburg with 3 turnovers, so pretty even in that regard. But obviously, as a coach, you want cleaner possessions.
Oh, absolutely.
Farrell closely guarded, gets rid of it. Evie Stowe throws it away on the pass.
Great ball movement by Cardington there, and that's what Abby does so well. She pushes the ball up ahead, and then a nice feed to Jill Berkey and the easy bucket.
What I was impressed with was her awareness on the court, picking up that ball and knowing she's too far in. Larimore with
Kayla Larimore is just hot right now. She is feeling it. She came to play. But your point about Abby Hartwick, yeah, that's what I was saying. Her reaction time is so quick. She sees the floor and gets it up the floor very, very quickly. Wow, Jill Berkey with another power move and actually gets smacked, I believe, in the face there and manages to drain the shot. So we're going to get an old-fashioned and one. The pace really picked up the last minute and a half.
Makes you kind of wonder whose game is that. You know, everybody wants to play their game, but is this the pace that Centerburg's trying to set or Cardington's trying to set? Because both sides really pushing it.
Well, I think both teams like to play fast. They like tempo. And so it's really a fun game to watch so far here in the first quarter.
And Stowe on the give and go gets pushed in the back. Celia Hall will pick up the foul for Cardington.
Yeah, so we're seeing early on that Centerburg's run a lot of that action, right? And so obviously they have a game plan here, and I think they're going to hit that backside eventually for a couple nice shot opportunities.
Running into her own player there. Cardington has numbers, gets straight from behind, but holds on to possession. Couple extra passes, gets hammered. She's shaken up a bit there. Another look at that one. So many extra passes. They were needed passes to try and get open, but so much going on there. And
yeah, the whole problem is Lydia Hess has been fighting an ankle injury from earlier in the season, and she's been coming in and out of games and having to sit at times, and she's the one that just took that shot right there. So, you know, not being completely healthy, that's what's even tougher to take a shot like that.
Up on her own 2 feet, run into the bench. That's what we like to see.
Yeah.
There's a hard contact there, just a bit chippy.
I'm sure the trainer's probably just going to check her, make sure like she didn't hit her head or anything like that, and then I expect to see her back in the game. I think she's fine, but it's probably a little shaken up from that. That's a pretty hard hit.
Yeah.
So Madison Calkins is shooting the free throws by coming into the game for her, and she does miss the first one. Number 13 came in, Longsdorf. Refer to her as G. She is one great softball player. She's going on a scholarship to play softball at the college level.
It's amazing the versatility of these students who can play all these different sports at such a high level.
Yeah. You know, the thing with her is when she gets in the game, she's getting a lot of minutes per se, but she's a senior. She's physically, athletically gifted. And maybe not as clean as some other players will be, but boy, she battles and she's athletic and she hit a shot here and there and she hit a board, plays some defense. So she's been valuable to Cardington this year.
Now tied up, another jump ball.
You got turnovers and jump balls constant in this first quarter, so it kind of like disrupted the flow again as we were really rolling there for a moment, and now we're back to this kind of a slow pace, out of sync.
Choppier, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Claire Johnson there, she went down the lane. She was wide open for a second as the pass was a little late.
Now moving the ball around the perimeter. There's the skip pass. Farrell out on that passing lane, but a 3-ball in the corner by Celia Hall.
Yeah, CC Hall with that drain. She's a freshman too, so steps up and hits a big shot. Wow, a lot of contact there, no call.
And now with pace, they got numbers 2-on-1. Excellent job of defense there, played by Evie Stowe. That likely would have been an easy fast break bucket, but she fought in there, and they actually pick up possession off of that.
So a lot of contact on 2 successive plays, and this time Centerburg gets the break and goes their way. So, just keep playing through. As a coach, you say, you don't worry about the calls, you just play. Yeah, we had a good view at that. That was an easy call there. CC Hall just kind of reaches in and grabs her arm.
All the way, Larimore gets rejected at the rim at the buzzer. So after one, Cardington leading 14-12 in the district semifinals. Stay with us for second quarter action coming up next.
We own 42 acres. I love open farmland. But I know that Mount Vernon's ready to change. I think our country is ready for more electricity.
And they're furnishing the bill. And plus they're paying us to do it.
The county's going to get some funds, fire departments, into the school system.
We'd be making a mistake if we don't take advantage of this.
So it's a win-win for Mount Vernon.
Bryce with the OH Report, joining you for second quarter action here at Westerville North High School as Cardington is leading Centerburg 14-12.
We talked about at the break how, some very physical play early on in the game. And you just tell your kids, just keep playing through it. It's going both ways. They're not like intentionally, not calling something. They're just letting them play through some things. And so that's what you talk about during that timeout. Just play your game. Don't get rattled. Don't worry about calls. Just play.
As you get further and further into these tournaments, these teams care about this game so much. It just gets a little bit chippier, not dirty, but chippier.
Yeah.
Folks going for the ball a little bit harder.
So there's Longsdorf, got the ball at the high post. What she brings is senior leadership. She immediately looked for the high-low action, fed Jill Berkey, and Cardington gets the 2. And Larimore with the travel, kind of a surprise. You don't see her do that too much. She's pretty clean normally.
Getting an earful of the student section there as they're trying to play their part. Now Shepard pulls it back out, bit of a bad pass, but Stowe able to come up with it. Shepard taking the baseline, looking for Larimore in the corner, but gets poked out.
So you've seen that a few times. Centerburg is trying to penetrate along the baseline, but the Cardington defense is completely collapsing. That backside pass is not there. So really what Centerburg wants to do is pass back out top or reverse and come behind that.
Now the other student section trying to get into it. Passes out of the shot, off the back of the backboard.
Yeah, she wants that shot back. You can see in her face, you know, she's just like, I felt it. I felt it when I let it go, and it happens. You know, we haven't seen a lot of inside play. Now, Cardington's had a couple, like I said, the high-low a moment ago and a few rebounds and putbacks. We haven't seen Centerburg get inside. And there it is on key. I was just getting ready to say, now she missed the shot, but they finally fed her in the low post, which has been something they've done all year long.
Now in the corner, thinks about it. Pinthorn passes out. And the lob is no good, so a turnover.
You know, it wasn't a horrible idea. That's a hard angle, hard pass, pretty good defensive position. When you make that pass, coach is like clapping his hands. When you don't, he's like, what are you doing throwing that ball, right? Just one of those situations.
Now the screen for Larimore. Into the corner. That's Johnson, couldn't get the three to go.
Yeah, other than Kayla Larimore, we haven't really seen Centerburg step up and hitting outside shots so far. And I would expect, though, as the game goes on, that, you know, Clara Johnson, you know, Kennedy Glenn, some of these other kids, some senior leadership will come through and step through.
Shepard's first foul, team's first foul of the quarter. And a layup all the way inside. Offensive rebound goes to Cardington.
They get a second offensive rebound, so going to get a third chance here.
Throws it out of bounds right along that Trojan bench.
I've never been a big fan of that cross-court pass from those angles. Like I always stress, you go to your corner, go one pass away, go shorten up those distances. Against us at 1-3-1 zone, they want you to throw those passes. That's what they're trying to get you to do. And that time Cardington did it and threw the ball out of bounds.
Just a bit off balance as well. That can't help things. Shepard tries to find Larimore in the high post, but good job getting a hand on that one.
Again, Centerburg just seems a little out of sync so far, don't they? I mean, you know, just haven't really gotten to a good flow offensively, especially when you have to slow down the half court. The thing is, though, they can turn on a dime, and all of a sudden they'll have 5 great possessions in a row, and the game will change. So, you know, you got to be aware of that.
I'm sure Centerburg feeling like they're the better team coming into this one. As a coach, what are you saying going into the halftime or going into the next timeout to try to get their heads back in it or keep them in it?
Yeah, you know, you're not going to change a lot. I mean, you're going to, you know, talk about what you do well and just be confident with them and let them know, you know, we can do this. Just keep going. We had some bad breaks, some shots haven't fallen, but we had good looks. We had some turnovers that we created. We didn't finish the other end, though, in transition. So we start doing those things, we're fine.
So confidence thing, trying
Absolutely.
to get the confidence back up. Gotcha.
And for Cardington, you got to like, you know, as a coach, you got to like where they're at, right? I mean, you're feeling pretty good. You got the lead against a team that beat you twice. But I really don't recommend they leave Kayla that open. And she's been hot so far. That's the first one she's missed I can think of out there. Maybe the second.
And foul is called along the side.
So you hear all the noise out there, and what Cardington did was I think they bought 50 tickets to bring their student section and bust them down here. So they got a pretty good student section being loud. And here's that turnover, and this is where you got to finish in transition we were talking about. And that time they do.
And they really needed that basket.
Yeah, and that's what they feed on. If they can get a few of those, then all of a sudden the confidence gets going. They got another turnover, so, you know, now it's starting to feel a little more like the momentum shifting a little bit. So Cardington's got to get a good defensive stance right here.
Farrell throws it off the defender, so Centerburg will retain possession. Less than 4 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. We'll take a timeout.
Yeah, it looks like a 30-second timeout.
Looks of the points scored this quarter, Centerburg with 4 and Cardington with 2. So while they were trailing at the end of the first quarter, they've gotten back into it, and they're winning the quarter now.
Yeah, again, I think Cardington's done what they want to do coming in. They've handled that pressure pretty well overall, and they've made some buckets. They've been hitting the boards hard, which, Kevin Fitzpatrick mentioned. That's our goal, hit the boards hard. And on the flip side, though, you just feel like Centerburg just been a little out of sync, but they're close. They've created some turnovers, and they can just finish like they did last time in that possession. That can swing this game back. So this is a game that at this point, I'm looking to come down the fourth quarter. If both teams continue the level play they're playing at, this could be an exciting finish.
I think so. Now both teams coming to the floor. Love the possession. Shepard backs up, hits the easy 5-footer.
I love that. Because wait, no, she did not move her pivot foot. She kind of like moved around, fought a little bit off, and then made a play, and then comes back, gets the steal, and Larimore with the finish. So now if you're Cardington, you got to be careful. You need to settle down, because this is what Centerburg feeds on.
The 10th turnover in the half for Cardington. Skip pass, a lob off the backboard, and Stowe falls on top of it, calls a timeout, just a 30.
So Coach Abner was on top of that quickly. You know what you say right there is that effort you just saw out of your player deserves that timeout call, right? You don't want to jump all there, especially, she went diving for the ball. That's the energy that Centerburg's bringing, and so as a coach, you reward that with that timeout. You don't let that be a jump ball. So I love that call by Coach Abner.
Wish he landed too, was a little awkward. Landed right on her stomach on top of that ball.
Yeah, did you see she dove, jump dove?
Yeah,
you see kids get down, but she's playing with unabandoned passion, right? She wants to win this game, and you got to love to see that.
She knows what's on the line.
I see Charles Swift is out there watching, and Sean Johnson. So a couple guys there. That's I don't know what the rest of the Facebook page says, but I saw those names pop up on my phone. So thanks for being here, guys, listening.
Let's take a look.
Have you check that, and we'll make some more shout-outs here in a moment, right?
Yeah.
But so they start out, the official laid the ball on the ground there, and Centerburg grabbed it quickly, heads up, and Kayla with another 3. Even her misses look good, though, from out there.
And Shepard battling for the ball, and they'll earn possession after that one.
You notice the last, I would say, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, Centerburg's played with a whole different feel. That they're passionate right now, passionate.
Stowe trying to find an option, closely guarded, but puts the ball on the floor. Good heads up play there. Skip pass to Larimore. Now Shepard at the free throw line.
Yeah, really good defense by Cardington here. Just really heads up, communication, switching, moving, adjusting, taking away the baseline drives.
I think they have a really good understanding of what Centerburg wants. They want to be inside. They want to be penetrating on those driving lanes. They want those give-and-go opportunities within 5 feet, and they're not allowing them to have it.
Yeah, and let's face it, we talked about this before. When you have to play a team 3 times in a season, that's tough to beat them 3 times just because they do know what you do. And Cardington's proving that to be the case with that. A great read by CeCe Hall there, double dribble though. Yep, and the official caught it. I caught it. Didn't know if she did. She was on the backside, but she got her, and that's the right call.
Bit of indecision about which way she was going to take it, I think.
Yeah, great read, great play. Just, you can't have that.
Well, I think those fast breaks are deceptively difficult when you're moving that quickly. I think, we'll see people miss layups like that and think, what are they thinking? But that's kind of a hard shot when you got all that momentum going forward. And a foul's going to go against Madison Calkins.
And just notice on the drive there, Longsdorff had really good position. They ran in, we had a lot of noise, but at the same time it was perfect position, good no call. And on the second play, on the pass in, you get Madison kind of comes over top there and kind of shoves through her, and you get the call. But overall, really good defense so far. Kayla wanting that ball. They're not going to give it to her.
Looked like a bit of a double team there on Stowe. Now the Euro step against the backboard, can't get a hold of it. Rebound Larimore.
Yeah, I was surprised Kayla didn't shoot more.
Clara Johnson drills the three.
Excuse me, I meant Clara Johnson. I said Kayla, because I meant Clara because I know what a great shot she has, and there she just drains it. I've seen her do it in games. Last year I saw her have a game where she thinks she had like 28, like she got hot.
Wow.
And hit a whole bunch of threes, so she's more than capable of helping her team out.
Now she's running the floor, hands it off to Shepard for an easy layup.
Yeah, 30 seconds to go here in the half, and Cardington just needs to kind of stop the bleeding a little bit and get into halftime. You definitely don't want another turnover here and give them the ball back to score again before half.
And look inside, gets poked out. Cardington holds on to it.
Yeah, this last, 3 or 4 minutes has really been all Centerburg. If you're a Pirate fan, you're not happy about that. If you're a Trojan fan, you're excited. But again, a lot of basketball to be played. This game's really going to change, I think. And there's that backside of that zone that gets exposed. Great feed, missed shot. But Centerburg has a chance to score another shot here, at least get another shot here.
Inside of 5 seconds, Glenn steps into it, puts it up, bangs home the three.
That's Clara Johnson again. That's her second. I just mentioned what a great shot she has, and I've been waiting for that all year in the games I've covered, and that's why you got to watch out with that kid. That kid can get going, and then she can create a whole lot of headache for you.
Clara Johnson making it 10. We're at halftime. Stay with us for the halftime show coming up next.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health, to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Bryce with the OH.REPORT, joined by Tim Macekyo on color commentary, and it's time for the Knox Community Hospital halftime show. Let's take a look at the stats here. Cardington with two field goals, 3 3-pointers, 9 rebounds, 11 turnovers, a bit of a sore spot for them. 3 fouls, 1 free throw, and now Centerburg with 5 field goals, 5 3-pointers, 11 rebounds, 4 turnovers, 5 fouls, and 1 free throw. So both sides, you know, they have kind of their pros and cons to them right now, but Centerburg, especially at the end, really kind of set the tone going into halftime.
Yeah, I know we talked about that. You know, you had Clara Johnson step up and hit a couple great shots there, that one to end the half, and Centerburg just shot the ball better. But more importantly to me is when I look at these stats, is you see the 4 turnovers for Centerburg, and at one point it was 4 Cardington turnovers, 3 Centerburg turnovers, and since then it's been an 8-1 deficiency for Cardington, right? You know, they had a lot more turnovers, and I said at the beginning of the show, if Cardington has one of those 20+, 25 or so turnovers, I don't know they can beat Centerburg, right? And Centerburg cleaned their game up a little bit. The last 4 minutes of that half seemed like it was completely owned by Centerburg.
Now look at the score here. Centerburg leading this one 26-16 over Cardington, and both teams have so much riding on the line. As a coach, what are you telling your girls, trying to keep their head on their shoulders, trying to keep expectations intact? What do you say? Well,
you know, if you're Centerburg, if you're Coach Bill Abner, you're saying, hey, this is who we are. This is what we do. It didn't work real well early on because we didn't settle down. Then as the game progressed, we owned who we were, we created turnovers, and we started finishing in transition, which we weren't doing in the first quarter. And so you're feeling pretty good coming out. You don't change much, right? Just get that confidence going. On the flip side, Cardington's got to be a little more careful, right? Because now you're Coach Fitzpatrick. You can't go in and yell at the kids and then make them waver with that confidence even more. You got to build them up, but you also got to make some adjustments. And so that backside was there a few times. They just didn't get the ball there, didn't finish. They were slow with some of the passing. Threw some cross-court passes that were ill-advised. So those are things you're talking about probably. Just, hey, we got to clean some things up, handle the ball, protect a little better, and then we got to shoot the ball more, right? You and I were talking about this. Cardington had shot opportunities. They passed up with an extra pass or two. And a team like this, like it's that kind of zone, you got to take that shot when you have it. And I don't think they did that quite enough.
Could be the deciding factor. 30 seconds remaining here at halftime. That was your Knox Community Hospital halftime show. Remaining time at halftime, we'd like to take a second to thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to be live and free right here on the OH Report. Monarch Title Services. Without the support of Rochelle Salmons and her crew at Monarch Title, Centerburg basketball would not be available live and free to Trojan fans. If you're selling or refinancing your real estate, you get to choose the title company. Why not support those who support the Trojans and close with confidence anytime, anywhere? Webb's Marathon and Automotive. Stop by Webb's Marathon to join the Webb's Rewards program where you can earn dollars off fuel, free drinks and coffee. Go Trojans. Knox Community Hospital, in the community for the community. BS Media Productions. Need a commercial to showcase your business or promote that you're hiring? BS Media Productions is the most affordable, high-quality production company in the North Central Ohio area. Find them on Facebook. And Home and Kitchen Supply. Your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows, and doors since 1970. Knox Community Hospital, in the community for the community. Thank you for allowing us to be live and free every single night for our fans.
Well, Cardington comes out there and had a good idea trying to pass a little high-low action, and they just lost handle on the ball and throw out of bounds. But then they get their own turnover back the other way, and that's what Abby Hardwick does well. Pushes tempo, nice step around there, and finish. Breaking action. Looks like it must have been a foul call there. So it'll remain Centerburg ball. So Cardington coming out, and they're trying to, this is what coach must said at halftime. Let's get out and pressure them, a little man-to-man full court. Let's try to create something to happen, right? Settle in and just get your kids adjusted and play. Play hard. That's all you can do right now.
I'm sure looking in film, they've seen that this team is susceptible to making mistakes under pressure, and perhaps that's what we're getting a look of here.
Yeah, and it just showed there. They throw the ball away, and Cardington has a little bit of scramble man-to-man, so you're going to probably see some run and jump action and double teams a lot more in the second half. So I see a lot more of that in the future. That's just a tough pass against that zone. It's just going to float a little too long. Can't do much with that. But they do, Cardington does maintain possession.
An easy look inside.
Yeah, bad position by Centerburg. Easy bucket for Jill Berkey. One of the three freshmen we see out there playing right now for Cardington.
And a three ball off back iron. Rebound goes to Glenn. She tries to save it but throws it away. Now Hardwick with pace. The Euro step in the left hand gets it to go.
Again, if Abby can do that and get some things going, that's what you want to see. And Bill Abner's upset, and he calls that timeout. This is one thing he didn't want to see, right? But if you're Cardington, that's sort of exactly what you want. You come out and you have a turnover, and you're thinking, oh, here we go. And then after that, it really was, the momentum shifted. You started doing some good things. Abby Hardwick gets a couple layups in transition. You created some turnovers. I mean, great job by Cardington to crawl right back into this game. All of a sudden, it's a 4-point game.
Right. What was a 10-point game at halftime, less than, 2.5 minutes, and now competitive again. I mean, the energy coming into halftime after that shot from Clara Johnson was absolutely electric, but now that side seems like it's died down a little bit.
Yeah, well, Coach Abner calls that timeout. I looked over there, and he's red right in the face. He's angry, not because he's mad at the kids per se. He's mad about the way they're playing right there, because Abby Hardwick was able to go coast to coast twice and not get by one person, but like three people, right, stepping around, and there's three people there. You expect somebody to step up and stop the ball away from the rim. You let her get deep on penetration, then she's able to finish because she's got that skill set.
So wanting to nip this one in the bud, call the timeout right away and have that word in.
And this is where it's dangerous for Cardington, because if you overplay that, you get beat back door for the easy layups.
Shepherd did have that breakaway, but had trouble corralling the pass.
And there's that scramble I was just talking about, where they're going to double team the ball and try to create some turnovers. And they do. So Cardington loves to do that. They're going to come from the backside. They're going to run and jump you, and then switch around and try to create some turnover opportunities for themselves. And that time it worked really, really well.
So active hands by Evie Stowe. She was the last touch, though. Cardington will hold on to it. Clara Johnson checking out for the Trojans. She'll get a breath. To the wing down low and right back out to the top of the key. The three ball, no good, but an offensive rebound. They'll call an over the back foul on the rebound.
Yeah, that might have been on Kennedy Glenn. Yeah, it was on Kennedy Glenn. She just kind of pushed through, trying to get the ball, and just had a bad angle. And
into the corner for three.
That's the third time Abby Harwick's hit that corner shot. And we got a 1-point ball game. That's a vicious screen there.
Shepherd takes the baseline but gets stripped. Hardwick the credit for the steal, but a turnover. She doesn't like that one.
And the thing was tipped, I couldn't tell. I didn't get a good look at that. But going down here, though, Kayla Larimore laid a perfect screen on the defensive person on the ball handler, and she took a wallop. That's a great job by Kayla. On the flip side, Carter, you got to talk to your players, because you don't want anybody getting hurt. She took a shot on that. It's a really nice screen.
Skip pass to Farrell. Inside, falling away with the shot at the block. Can't get it to go. Now Cardington with pace. Blevins to Hardwick. And on the floor, another Cardington turnover.
Now, I would be looking for them to be trying to get the ball into Larimore on the inside. They haven't done that so far this half. She's been playing the high post a lot, screening.
Larimore travels, picks up that pivot foot before the ball went down.
That's the second time I think we've seen her do that tonight. And, I haven't seen that in the games I've covered. I don't think I've seen her get called for one of those yet, but we've seen it twice tonight. So.
A bit too eager to get to the rim will cost her once again. The 9th turnover for the Trojans tonight. That one off the foot of Glenn as she tried to pass it into the block.
Whenever I coach the 1-3-1, that's exactly what I want to see. I want to see them kick the ball. I want active hands, deflections. Always about deflections, so it's good to see her moving and being active.
That long arching skip pass gets there inside, gets rejected. Stowe having trouble with it. I think she got maybe poked in the eye. She's having some trouble seeing. That's a referee's timeout.
Yeah, on that contact where she blocked Jill Berkey, there was a lot of contact in there. I think somehow she got hit in the face. And then she kind of lost possession of the ball, but she didn't dribble again. She picked it up, secured it, so then the official stopped it so she could get checked out. Yeah, I think, like you said, I think she got something in the eye, either a finger or just a hand, something.
Props to the official for recognizing that so quickly as well, too. I saw that. Just hold the face there for a second, but never put too much thought into it. But referee right on top of that one.
Yeah, and I'm sure Cardington fans not happy about the stop of play, but she still had secured possession, and there was an injury there, so that's the right call.
Stowe gets it poked, or I'm sorry, Farrell gets it poked out.
I'd say Madison Calkins very careful on that because that looked like a pretty easy foul call that did not get called, so benefit for her, but I would be very careful on those reaches.
I think she just had the perfect angle in at that ball to get the strip.
Yeah, and she has those long arms. That length that allows her to get away with some things that maybe a shorter person would not be able to do.
Now Larimore Shepard is bullying down low but can't get the ball. Shepard with the offensive rebound.
Wow, looked like she also got hit in the face and took a shot. That's why she kind of hesitated there. But she was able to, get back into it and draw the contact, and she'll go to the line.
Madison Calkins called for that one. They say third? Yeah, that's Madison Calkins' third foul.
That is her third. Okay, and she got away with the one maybe a minute ago, so she got to be careful with that because they can't afford to have her in foul trouble on the bench if they want to compete in this because she has that length, she has that size. It's not just like her scoring, it's just that defensive presence with the size inside that really helps.
Can't get the second free throw, but gets the rebound. On the floor, turns it over, strip. Centerburg holds on to it. Glenn puts it up. Both sides of the rim, can't get it. Shepard, the offensive rebound, working around. Larimore for three. It's in!
That was great hustle by both teams. You hate to see the team lose a possession like that because they both made such massive effort to play the game. So I appreciate both teams' effort there.
And Glenn with active hands gets to the corner, deflects it.
Yeah, again, that 1-3-1, if you're going to throw that skip pass, it's got to be hard and fast. It can't have any air under it like there because that guard is able to recover. And luckily, it was just knocked out of bounds and not stolen.
And a travel. Let's take another look at that one. I thought maybe it was tied. Let's take a look one more time here.
That's tough. That's
a tough one.
Now, there was a nice backside pass we talked about earlier. That time it was sharp, it was crisp, found Jill Berkey on the backside, and she's able to finish.
Cardington back within one possession. And forces a turnover.
Yeah, Cardington being really aggressive, a lot of hand action going on, and the officials let them play through it. It's working, so you keep doing it, right? You just keep putting that pressure on until you are told not to. I like the defensive intensity.
And down low to the block, tries to get it back to that free throw line, but one pass too many. Shepard, a slow dribble into that high post. Everybody on the floor.
And there's that seal down low, but that time the defense read it, collapsed.
Almost a turnover there, but holds on to it. A quick pass inside in the spin. That's Chesney Farrell.
You know what I love is she scores down at one in the court, then comes down, the energy's there, and she makes a defensive play right there. Now, it goes back to Cardington, but she created that havoc. And that's what happens, that energy gets you going, right? It gets you excited.
And it's infectious, too, for the whole team. I mean, when you see one person on your team excited, it gets to you. You want to be excited, too.
Absolutely.
And the steal, Stowe. With tempo, will take it herself right over the front of the rim.
That was just a really nice finish.
And a timeout called.
Yeah, good call by Coach Fitzpatrick. You need to settle the troops there. You were doing well. You were getting back into it. Then you had multiple turnovers there, and then really sloppy play for a moment, leads to some extra points. So let's regroup, let's settle down. We're still in this game. It's only 7 points. A lot of ball to play. And you saw the pressure early on was hurting Centerburg. So you go back and during the timeout, you're basically telling them, hey, these passes, right? I mean, settle down. Why are we throwing these things? Why are we having these turnovers? Let's get back to what we talked about at halftime, and let's be who we are.
And Cardington has gotten within striking distance several times, even as close as tying the game in the second half. And, you know, I think that's the good thing about good teams. We talk about it in chess sometimes. When you're playing a good player, you don't have to beat them one time. You got to beat them 2 or 3 times. They continue to pose new challenges for you.
Yeah, and again, the 1-3-1 is so difficult to beat. It really is. I mean, people don't realize at a higher level it's easy to beat. Like you have like a boys team or you have a high-level girls team, but when you have a KMAC team or some of the other leagues, it just works really well because you may not have 5 girls with the strength to throw those skip passes like you need to. And it's a little slower and it's a little more effective. And we're seeing some of the players on Cardington struggle with some of those backside passes, and it's led to turnovers, it's led to throwing the ball out of bounds, it's led to steal and points. And so Cardington's got to be really careful with that down the stretch.
Now a good look from about 14 feet. Just a bit too hard there.
And Kayla Larimore just comes from clear up top all the way down the low block and takes that rebound away from everybody. I just got to love her play. I love her style.
Now the lob pass inside, but rejected.
Yeah, Jill Berkey, a nice block there. She loves the block. She had a lot of blocks this year, I believe.
And a skip. Thought it was to Berkey, but may have been to another. Some indecision. 15th turnover of the night for Cardington. Shepard, the spin move, takes it up. Can't get it. More contact.
Yeah, and then we got Shepard's down, filling that.
Larimore wants it. Larimore gets it, takes it with the left hand. The Euro step. Can't get it. Thrown away. But Cardington comes back up with it. So after 3, Centerburg leading this one 34-27 in a close fought, intense battle. Stay with us for 4th quarter action right here, live and free on the OH Report.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health, to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Fourth quarter action here as Centerburg leads Cardington in the 4th quarter 34-27.
Yeah, that was a really rough end of the quarter, so hopefully both teams settle down and hopefully the officials don't let too much contact go because they don't want to see anybody get hurt down the stretch here.
Traps working. Larimore gets it inside. That's where she loves it. Puts it up, falling away. Can't get it. Rebound goes to Cardington. Shepard with active hands deflects it, but Cardington comes back up.
Yeah, those are those dangerous passes we were talking about. You know, you're going to have to be really careful and control the ball. You got to get good shots here in the 4th quarter to get back in this thing.
And Looking for the drive and dish, but throws it away.
Yeah, I don't know. What is Cardington's turnover count at this point? Do you have that handy?
16.
16, okay.
So Woe's handling the ball, but they've managed to stay fairly competitive, working it within one possession. Come up with a steal of their own now. Thinks about the three, can't get the skip all the way across court. Dangerous pass.
Kind of sloppy right now by both teams, but if you're Centerburg, I just slow the fact they're slowing down now. I would say I slow the pace. I'm just going to be patient because I have the lead. Let's get good at possessions.
And the three offline, but rebound goes to Bryant.
Yeah, Cardington's not really putting a lot of pressure on the ball. They haven't ran and jump here lately. I think they're trying to, just kind of slow.
Centerburg working the ball around and knowing they have the lead, they're not too urgent to get a shot up. They worked for a really good one there that was offline. Rebound to Larimore. She goes up and gets fouled. She'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, Larimore just on the boards. Been on the boards all night. Even if she doesn't get the board, she's been there and she's been fighting and really leading her team in a lot of different ways tonight.
Gets the first free throw. Larimore's got 15.
I think the more concerning thing is if you're Cardington, you haven't had good possessions the last several times, and you've got to have some good possessions. We're like 5 minutes, 43 seconds to go. You've got to start getting some rhythm here down the stretch.
And Larimore gets the second. So a 9-point game.
But you got a hand in there, just knocked that. As Abby's trying to go for a shot, she's able to knock it away. And back to the Trojans.
And what do they say? Travel, third travel tonight for Larimore.
Yeah, you know what she's doing. You can see it. She's, like you said earlier, she's trying to get that jump, and she's not getting the ball down fast enough. And sometimes once the official sees it, now they're looking for it the whole game.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's getting her. Because that one, it was still a travel, but it wasn't as bad as some of the other ones. But I think the officials looking for that footwork now.
Kind of reminds me of baseball when you pick up the glove trying to make the play before you actually catch the ball to begin with. That's kind of what it reminds me of on the floor.
Yeah, that'd be out of bounds, Cardington.
The three in the corner.
That's the fourth three from the corner for Abby Hardwick. I'm surprised that Centerburg's allowed that repeatedly because that's been her shot all night.
In that 1-3-1 zone, I mean, when you're attacking zones, you're looking at those weak spots, parts where nobody is, and that's exactly right where they want to be, right?
Yeah, you want the ball in the corner if you can against that 1-3-1. Now, on there, I don't know about the rotation. It looked like somebody probably was out of position because it was just a little too wide open and easy there. Yeah, it looks like, is that Clara? Somebody got there late on that rotation. I just think maybe a little too far off, didn't expect it, and Cardington drains it. Let's see, I got Facebook up here. We got some people out there. Let's see. We've got Tanner Slusher saying, let's go Lady Pirates. Jim Allen, go Lady Pirates. Julie Ferguson Glenn, let's go Lady Trojans. Megan Sargent, let's go Lady Trojans. Linda Jones for the Pirates. Jonathan Langdon says, go K-Mac. I love the neutral, right?
Yeah.
Bethany Smith, go Trojans. Kay Nichols is watching. Donna Ann Knight says, Abby, Geneve, and Madison, let's go girls. Jessica Price, let's go Trojans. Charity LeMay, go Claire. That's 27 minutes ago. I imagine that's about when she hit that 3 and a half. I'm guessing so. That. A lot more people on here, but we appreciate everybody listening and watching tonight.
If you are listening at home and if you haven't left us a comment yet, Please be sure to let us know who you're rooting for tonight, Cardington or Centerburg, or if you're watching any other games on the OH Report Network. Love to hear about it. Into the corner, 3-ball, just short.
Now, Kinson Henthorne can get hot from the outside, but she has not done that yet tonight. But Cardington definitely could use her down the stretch to hit a couple shots.
And the jump ball going the other way now.
And here's the thing. We talked about Cardington's been a little bit out of sync, out of rhythm here, but yet it's 36-30. This is still anybody's ball game. Again, thanks to Abby Harwick and those corner threes. I mean, it's been huge tonight.
Such an ejection of energy as well for this Pirates team and this Pirates fan base. Inside, gets rejected by Evie Stowe. Now cutting in, Hardwick, hard to the basket, gets bumped. We'll say she travels.
I don't know.
Thought maybe the ball was tied up there, but Kinley Farrell checking back into the game. That's what we like to see.
Cardi's back in that full court man-to-man pressure they want to do, but here's the problem. Once she gets around you here, she's pretty quick with the basketball.
Takes the baseline, the extra pass right off the hip of Longsdorf.
You know, not my team, not my game, but if I'm Coach Abner, I'm probably going to tell her, you know, hey, we beat that. Now let's pull it out rather than go baseline. It's been a couple times, almost had turnovers. One time we did have a turnover, and so I'm probably not a big fan of that because you have a lead. 4 minutes to go. The clock is definitely Centerburg's friend right now.
Picking up the trap, forces it out. Shepard. This is stolen away. Now pushing the floor into the corner on the skip. Now looks inside and throws it to no one.
Yeah, I don't know. You're probably saying, you know, shoot that ball. It was a good idea, but the angle was rough. And I think even the offensive players were looking for the shoot. They turned the box out basically for an offensive rebound, and then she tried to throw that pass.
Now time ticking away, but they get it across half court. A huge trap right along that sideline. She sends it the way of Cardington.
Yeah, the official was unsure of her call, and it really got people riled up. It did look like it was probably off of Cardington there, but, you know, and she even went one way than the other, and that got everybody going.
Yeah.
And that's tough. That was a tough call, though. And it doesn't matter.
Rips it inside and throws it against. See if we can get another look at that one. She's down, throws it right against the player on the sideline.
Yeah, she throws a player against there, it's out of bounds, so it's going to be your ball. But the thing is, though, all she had to do was look down court. She had a player breaking for a layup, and she didn't do that. And so that's why when you go back and look at film later, if you're still playing, you're saying, hey, you know.
Dribble the ball, yeah. And gets fouled, trying to trap, but reaches in just a bit too much contact. Second team foul for Cardington.
Madison Calkins back in the game. I think, is that the first time we've seen her since she got in foul trouble? I'm not real sure.
I think so, yeah.
So with a little over 3 minutes left, she's back in the game. And
she actually has 4 fouls to her credit right now. Shepard puts it up, an easy basket inside.
That was a really nice job of Shepard. She sealed off Berkey and was able to catch that ball over her head. A really nice pass.
Steps up, active hands from Stowe.
Yeah, again, really aggressive defense. They're flying around. They're, like you said, active hands, active feet. I love this defense. I love the way they play it.
Timeout. And close this quarter. Cardington with 3 points. Centerburg with 4.
You feel like Cardington's so close, yet then there's some turnovers. And then all of a sudden it doesn't feel as close.
Right.
But yet it's only 8 points, but they're going to have to get a couple good possessions in a row, right?
Yeah.
They got to get some points on the board. Otherwise, what are you going to do with less than 3 minutes to go?
Got to be active. I mean, I'm sure the Centerburg team, they're going to be looking for the very best shot they can possibly get to try and make Cardington have to make every possession they have count.
But here's what I'm telling my girls. I'm Coach Abner. Cardington's going to come out. They're going to pressure you. They're also going to run and jump and do a little scramble action half court. So you want to say, hey, get rid of the ball quickly and move the ball around, because what's going to happen is Cardington's going to overshift. The backside's going to be wide open for a potential easy bucket, because Cardington's got to take some chances. So I expect Cardington to scramble, jump the ball, pressure, and hope to get a turnover, get some points. You're Centerburg. You're able to get out of that trap quickly, move the ball around, and you probably end up with an easy bucket here or there.
Centerburg sprinting onto the court. They've been a bit slow out of these timeouts, but ready to play defense now. Into the corner, Hardwick, 4-3.
Is that the fifth? It's the fifth time?
Fourth?
Fourth?
I think fourth.
Fourth or fifth? I don't even know. I've lost track. She's made so many of them tonight. And again, how do you leave her open in that situation? You heard all the Centerburg fans over here yelling, watch the corner, watch the corner.
Hardwick's got 19 in the contest.
Now here comes that scramble action we're talking about.
Shepard against the backboard with the right hand, can't do it. Foul called against Shepard. Shepard's second foul of the contest, team's second, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you got a 5-point game, 2.5 minutes essentially. So you're right where you want to be if you're Cardington, as far as you get a good possession here and get some points on the board. You're feeling like you're right back in it.
Now the jab step works, and the extra pass just can't get the shot to go.
Yeah, that was a good pass, good look. It just didn't finish.
Larimore all the way in, puts it up from 14 feet. The floater's good.
That's one of her favorite spots on the floor, right about that foul line to the middle of the lane. It's just tough. They got numbers. Will they push tempo, or are they going to pull it out? They are going to pull it out. I would say it's a smart move.
Larimore, the crossover. The foul is going to go against Hardwick. That's her first of the game.
Yeah, so it's got to be 5 fouls, and then it's 2 shots, so they've got a ways to go yet. So right now, I anticipate Centerburg just want to keep the ball away. And then forces Cardington to have to foul to just get to the foul line, and then hope they miss some free throws.
And so that's the new rule, 5 fouls, and they reset every quarter and the 2 free throws. How has that affected play, do you think?
You know, I personally, as a former coach, and I'm not a big fan of it personally. I mean, this is the college level. Women do this, right? 5 fouls in a quarter, you get 2 shots. I feel like it takes away that 1-and-1 at the end of the game for the 7 fouls, 1-and-1 for at least three times. Then 10 fouls, you get 2 shots. So there's a lot of strategy involved in that you don't get to play anymore.
Yeah. Larimore splits the double team. The foul is called. Foul number 5 of the quarter for Cardington.
Yeah, so that's Kennedy Glenn going the line, and I don't know what her free throw percentage is, but just know what kind of a shooter she is. That's probably not somebody I want to the line.
Yeah.
But she does miss the first one, so what do I know?
Yeah, hard off the iron there, so we get a second chance at it.
But I think with a minute and a half, you're not really thinking about who you're fouling as much as just getting the clock stopped. Whoever has the ball is probably going to get fouled.
Every part of the rim and goes in. 8-point game. A good look inside, puts it up.
Great power move. Great power move by Berkey.
Larimore all the way to the basket, gets fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, she decided she was going all the way on that one. She never hesitated. And she's able to get the foul call and shoot 2. And it looks like that must have been Madison Calkins' 5th.
Well, the last few possessions, it seems like she's gotten the ball with a ton of space to really do whatever she wants with it, and she's taken it all the way.
Yeah, Cardington's overextended because they're trying to get that pressure, and they've had to like basically isolate, and she's been taking advantage of the last couple of possessions. But that's why she's KMAC Player of the Year. That's why she's first team all everything this year. She's had that kind of a season, and she's going to take advantage of it when she can.
So gets them both. It's an 8-point game once again. Hardwick up with the three. It's short. Rebound in the foul. 1 minute remaining here in the game.
Yeah, not a lot of strategy here at this point. You just got to push tempo. You got to foul. You got to hope they miss some free throws. Otherwise, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Now, on the flip side, if you're a Centerburg fan, you got to feel good about the way you close this out.
Yeah.
You made some shots. Now you're hitting free throws down the stretch. You're controlling the ball. It got sloppy at times for both teams. But yet, at the end of the day, Centerburg's probably played a little bit cleaner.
And everyone talks about the physical toughness of the Centerburg team, but the mental toughness, the adversity they faced in this game, and to rebound and continue on and potentially win this game, it's really remarkable.
Yeah, they are a tough team, and I've enjoyed watching them this year. I coached against them the last couple of years, and quite honestly, I kept saying the last 2 seasons especially, they were close.
Yeah.
They were so close. They weren't winning those games, but they were in those games. And so this year, Coach Abner comes in. They put that 1-3-1 in. They took to it, and it kind of pushed them over that edge.
Hardwick's third foul is they're trying to get some extra possessions with some missed free throws here.
Yeah, but if you can't come down and score, though, then all this is for nothing.
9-point lead. Larimore trying to make it double digits now.
And if the board's right, that's her 22nd point of the night, I believe.
She's been on a roll. She's I feel like, integral to this offense. You don't even notice she's scoring with the left hand.
And that's probably going to do it. Now you're up 13, and it's probably game over now for Cardington, no matter what happens here.
And a three, can't get it. 2 offensive rebounds for Cardington.
Yeah, coach is probably saying don't foul at this point. So, if you're Cardington, you knew you had to play a clean game coming in. You didn't get as quite a clean game as you'd like, what you needed to have. And, Centerburg just got some horses, as they say, right?
Yeah.
They got some power. And Kayla Larimore really stood out tonight with the way she played the top of that zone. And they're going to advance.
Yeah, and that will be that. Centerburg, the winners here in the district semifinal over Cardington, 48-36. Stay with us for the MVP in the postgame.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health, to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
We'd like to thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to be live and free every single night right here on the OH Report. We'd like to thank Monarch Title Services. Without the support of Rochelle Salmons and her crew at Monarch Title, Centerburg football would not be available live and free to Trojan fans. If you're selling or refinancing your real estate, you get to choose a title company. Why not support those who support the Trojans and close with confidence anytime, anywhere? Webb's Marathon and Automotive. Stop by Webb's Marathon to join the Webb's Rewards program where you can earn dollars off fuel and free drinks and coffee. Go Trojans. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. BS Media Productions. Need a commercial to showcase your business or promote that you're hiring? BS Media Productions is the most affordable, high-quality company in North Central Ohio. Find them on Facebook. And Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and bath, windows and doors since 1970. Again, thank you to our sponsors who allow us to be live and free right here on the OH Report every single night.
All right, well, we're back with the player of the game, and she's, I think, brand new to this. By the way, this is Webb's Marathon and Automotive player of the game. I've seen this young lady perform a few times over the years. This year, you're having a phenomenal season. 24 points tonight. How are you and the team feeling right now after that big win?
We're feeling really good. We really wanted to win this one. One of our goals this year was to make it to a district final.
Yeah, and guess what? You accomplished it, right?
Yep.
Here's the thing, too. I don't know that any team's ever beaten Cardington 3 times in a season. So what was the plan coming in? Because when you play a team a third time, sometimes it's hard to do.
Everyone doubted us. They were doubting us. Everyone, just different people were saying that we couldn't beat the team 3 times. But we dug deep in practice this week, and we're like, we're going to come and beat them. So.
Yeah, you hold true to who you guys are, which is what I love about it. You know, I'm a big fan of the 1-3-1 anyway myself, and you guys play with such energy. Some of your teammates were really flying around. I love the one time early in the game we're diving on loose balls. I mean, was that something we talked about coming in? Because there was a lot more energy.
Yeah.
There's some flat times, but that's the game of basketball.
Yeah.
But sometimes, boy, it was impressive.
Especially Evie. One of the shout-outs for the 1-3-1. She's one of the best 1-3-1 players I've seen. Like, her flying around. She's got a crazy vertical. Her jumping up, being able to deflect those passes, I feel like really helped us win this game today.
Well, I'm really happy for you guys. You know, KMAC champions. You reach your goal of how far you want to get in the tournament, right? Now, big game coming up. So now what's the game plan going into this next game?
We just got to come to practice tomorrow and get prepared for Afrocentric.
Yeah, it's a big task.
Yeah.
Always a tough team.
Yes.
But, you know, it's fun to play teams like that, right? This is why you want to play. You want to compete and see how you do.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess with that said, congratulations. I'm so proud of you and this team. Congratulations to Centerburg and all the fans out there. Let's go ahead and give your shout-outs.
First, I want to give a shout-out to everyone that came out and supported us. Westerville is kind of far from Centerburg. Them coming out here and supporting us all year. I want to give a shout-out to my teammates. They really got me where I am this year, having a good year. I want to give a shout-out to my coaches. Because they gave me the ability to be able to do this. I want to give a shout out to my parents and stuff like that. And I want to give a shout out to God because he put me in this position to be able to do what I do.
Right. Kayla, thanks.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health, to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center, It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Bryce Carter with the OH Report, coming back to you live for the Knox Community Hospital post-game show. Joined by Tim Macekyo on color commentary. Tim, you're familiar with both of these teams. How do you think both of these teams played tonight?
Well, you know, we had some moments and stretches. It wasn't as clean as coaches you'd like to see, right? But as a whole, I thought Cardington brought a lot of effort, energy there down the stretch. And give Centerburg all that credit. I mean, I've seen them multiple times this year. They are so consistent. They play through it. They stay true to that 1-3-1. They run it very well. They create turnovers. They get transition points. And, you know, they deliver.
So a look here at the stats. Cardington with, numbers did not update on the graphic here, but they had 8 field goals, 5 3-pointers, 15 rebounds, 21 turnovers. Definitely the sore spot for them. 10 fouls, 4 free throws. Centerburg, on the other hand, with 12 field goals, 6 3-pointers, 19 rebounds, 7 turnovers, 8 fouls, and 6 free throws to their record. And really it came down to the turnovers, who could hold on to the ball better.
Yeah, you know, and that's what Coach Fitzpatrick said coming in, and that was my key to the game as well, was if we don't limit these turnovers, Centerburg's going to roll us, he said, right? I mean, he just knew that you have to limit those turnovers, and that's exactly how this played out. 20-plus turnovers against a team like this makes it really hard. But a shout-out to Cardington. I mean, it's always hard for the seniors, who then that's their last game, right? So Cardington played hard down the stretch, just couldn't get it done against a very good Centerburg team.
So wrapping things up, I'm Bryce Coder on play-by-play, and your director. I'd like to thank Tim Macekyo, my color commentator for the night, and of course, as always, Colin Crisp, always with our crew. Thank you for watching at home, and thank you to all of our sponsors for allowing us to be live and free right here on the OH Report. If you're traveling, stay safe, but if you're not, have a good night.